Taylor was always smiling. She was really a friend to everyone. It didn't matter who you were. She was always going to talk to you and be kind to you no matter what. You can tell that her character has really influenced everyone in the school and on our team.
Taylor was always excited. She was always on the bench cheering for us. She wanted us to do well, whether she was seeing the floor or not. She was always supporting. She was so excited whenever someone would take a charge.
We lost one of our teammates, Taylor Turinger, this fall in a car accident. And one of her biggest joys of being part of the basketball team was taking charges and watching kids take charges.
It was definitely hard. You don't expect that. We had just seen her that morning at morning practice.
She was not only felt the loss on the basketball team, but in the whole community. And our town really pulled together, our team has really pulled together and embodied playing for Tay and playing how she would play.
That's something I don't want anyone to have to go through. And for us here in Parkston, it was an incredible loss to the community. Her spirit is still with us today and a big motivation for us this season.
I always knew that she was going to go out and work as hard as she possibly could. And that's what we've really tried to emulate this year, you know, without her here and just being part of our team and that she's still with us every day. And every day we break down on play for Tay. If we win a game, we break down on win for Tay. So just knowing that she's always part of our team.
When we take a charge, it just reminds us that she's there with us. And like I said, the energy just shifts and the bench goes wild and all of the teammates out on the floor are picking up the person who took the charge.
It's just been a routine that every time you take one, it's for Taylor. It means a lot.
Almost brings me down to tear every time because it represents us.
For everybody involved, it's about so much more than just singing and dancing. It's about making friends. It's about accepting everybody.
It really just brings unity to our school, and it really just shows that no matter your ability or your kind of just whatever you go by in life, whatever you can do, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve that.
It means a lot. Singing has always been my thing. I've been singing since I was little. Just glad I was a part of this experience.
It's something you wouldn't get anywhere else. It's absolutely crazy, just being able to be a part of something that's never been done before. It's really uplifting, and it really just shows the world that we can do it too. It's just something so close to my heart, just making sure everybody has an equal chance and an equal life, and just seeing all of us out there, it hits you right in the feels.
Had heard news all day, kind of didn't know what was going on, and then we actually got a text from our assistant, and she said to meet downstairs in the lobby for about, gosh, I don't even know how long it was, an hour. We all just sat there and just cried.
When we did get the news that we weren't playing our last game, it was very weird because obviously we didn't have any closure.
The University of Sioux Falls, they had 7 seniors: Kaylee, JC, Mariah, Jesse, Augusta, Andy, and Abby.
It didn't really hit until like later in the night where I'm like, oh my gosh, we're actually going to be on ESPN. And
I was really waiting to see our names on there, and then he said each of our names, which was super cool, and then to like see the footage and the pictures, it was just all so surreal. And then to hear him even say that he like read about us, it was so cool.
Provide a little bit of, if you want to use the word closure, you know, on a year. I know I've heard from a lot of mom and dads, you know, and it meant a lot to them, and it was a special group of seniors. So, you know, to see a smile on their face one more time, it was pretty cool.
I feel like all of us seniors kind of are missing that that final game or that final moment. We'll never really have that, and so this was a little bit, it was more so for me not necessarily closure, it was more just like a happy note to end on rather than such a sad note.
We have such a memorable year that we can't let this one negative that we didn't get to finish our season affect so many positives, and we just had such a fun year as a team, and we went on a huge trip this season, which was fun. We got to go to Hawaii, so like just things like that you got to remember.
Every one of those seniors we'll leave kind of, if you want to say, a legacy in their own way.
We always joke around saying that we're sisters because we definitely are. The amount of times that you spend with them and through practices, through games, like every day of the week, and you even live with some of them, you just create that bond on and off the court that is very special. They're going to be my lifelong friends. It will be weird not seeing them every day, but obviously we're all going to keep in touch.
They're incredible women on and off the court that I was so lucky to be teammates with, and for that I'll be grateful forever, and we'll always have that bond, that sisterhood of experiencing all this together.
As the printer goes around, it's just filling in the visors. This has been incredible, the need that not only Sioux Falls greater region area, but across the country. Like this week, we will send out over 600 shields to all areas of our country. We've started off just making PPE for healthcare workers. It's kind of grown into now working with dentists and customizing shields and customizing things that they may need for PPE now that things are starting to be reopened. So these 3 are printing 8 stacks, and so it'll be 8 visors high by the time it's complete. It's about a 12-hour print. It started with ear savers and now it's grown into shields, but that nucleus of people really kind of allowed us to connect with each other. There's another team up in Watertown doing the same thing, and so during the time that we weren't able to go places or do things outside of our homes, this was a way that we could still connect and still be able to give back to our communities. And we're getting orders of anywhere from like 1 to 2 shields all the way up to 100 shields. All these shields, all these ear savers are 100% free. People reach out and they just cannot believe that we're doing that for them, but it's a way for us to pay it forward, to help them out in this time of need. And it also gives us something to do in the evening when maybe we're not able to go to a movie or go out to eat. We're able to now just maybe serve our community just a little different. The stories that we've heard from nurses and doctors asking for these, it's just incredible the need that they have. Just reached out to a gal today that messaged us. She works at 2 VAs, one in Tampa, Florida, and one in Pennsylvania. She's traveling back and forth to the VAs, and she asked, hey, can you send us some shields to both of these? She goes, I'm here right now for 2 weeks, but then I'll be in Pennsylvania for 4 weeks. We need these in our COVID units at the VA hospital. Can you help us? And I was like, absolutely. It's stories like that mean something, that this gal, this nurse, this doctor is trying to get supplies for her teams, and we're able to just fulfill that need right now.
It was amazing. Oh my God, I've looked at this for every year. This is our main goal that we want to do, so it's really exciting.
It is okay to be sad that your season ended, whether you're a senior, a junior, college, or high school. It is absolutely okay.
It's pretty tough to take. To get to the state tournament is not an easy thing, and to be one of the 8 that qualified, you're ecstatic about getting there, and then to find out that it's not happening when it's supposed to, and may not happen at all. It hurts.
One of the big things, athlete or coach, the big piece is quit trying to control the things that we can't control. And part of that is, with respect to the schedule, we don't know when this will end.
Both communities were extremely excited about the opportunity to go to Aberdeen and watch the boys play 3 more games.
So we get, the more perspective we have, we hope, and that sports as a youngster sort of plays a smaller role in our life. But for that 14-year-old, 18-year-old high school kids who just lost the end of their senior year, they're looking at a real strong identity tied to sports. And it's not just what they have been doing, it's really truly who they are. Identify what it is that the individual's really missing. Are they missing the competitive piece, really trying to compete against someone else or some other team? Are they missing the team aspect, the social support, the social connection? The learning piece, I think it's much more of just taking a little bit of time in this moment to reflect as a coach, as an athlete, as a parent, as any of that, reflect on the benefits that we get from sport. Are we really getting those benefits from sport? And what can we do in the future to make sure that we maybe stay a little more grateful?